Introduction. What is sentence? In simple terms, a sentence is a set of words that contain a subject, what the sentence is about, the topic of the sentence. A predicate, what is said about the subject. There are 4 types of sentences: declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. Before moving on and describing the declarative, let's talk about the difference between utterance and sentence. A sentence conveys a complete meaning through a combination of clauses. An utterance conveys meaning through a few words that may not even compile a clause. A sentence is in both written and spoken language, but an utterance is in spoken language only. The declarative. Declarative sentences are the most common of the 4 types of sentences. They're used when you want to make a statement, which can be a fact or an opinion. These sentences end with a period. Many pieces of writing contain numerous declarative sentences in a row, or are made up nearly entirely of declarative sentences, since they're the best sentence type for laying out a story in a clear and understandable way. There are 2 different types of sentences in the declarative form: a simple declarative sentence and a compound declarative sentence. A simple declarative sentence has a simple sentence structure, consisting of a subject and a predicate. I play football. A compound declarative sentence joins 2 related phrases with a comma and a conjunction, such as and, yet, or but. I play football but I don't like it. Uses of declarative sentences. The basic use of a declarative sentence is to give information. In addition to this type of sentence has several other uses. It can be used for expressing approval, thanking, asking for information, and even for giving order. You have done the work correctly. Expressing approval: thank you. Expressing gratitude: I want you to try harder to get the work done in time. Giving order. Though giving order is the duty of an imperative sentence, an order can be given through declarative sentence as illustrated above using performative verbs such as a forbid, forgive, guarantee, insist, order, etc. Expression of emphasis. An emphatic expression is one that is said with emphasis and stress to indicate importance. This type of expression is used to show you have strong feelings about what you are saying. There are a number of ways to add emphasis to your sentences in English. Use these forms to emphasize your statements when you are expressing your opinions, disagreeing, making strong suggestions, expressing annoyance. Use of the passive. The passive voice is used when focusing on the person or thing affected by an action. Generally, more emphasis is given to the beginning of a sentence. By using a passive sentence, we emphasize by showing what happens to something rather than who or what does something. Example: reports are expected by the end of the week. 1 persuasive do. In order to emphasize something we feel strongly, these auxiliary verbs can be used as an exception to the rule. I do like karate. 2 interjections. Interjections are words whose function is to express feelings. While impressions or reactions, formally, they are invariable, are usually accompanied by exclamation marks and function as independent sentences with complete meaning. Interjections can be classified according to their origin or according to their form. Interjections can be classified according to their origin. Proper, or primary, interjections. These are those that do not derive from other words, ouch, aha. Improper interjections. These are the interjections that come from other grammatical categories such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, etc. Watch out. Bravo. 3 intensifiers. Intensifiers are adverbs or adverbial phrases that strengthen the meaning of other expressions and show emphasis. Words that we commonly use as intensifiers include absolutely, completely, extremely, highly, rather, really, so, to, totally, utterly. They can be amplifiers: completely, very much, eagerly. Downtoners: hardly, almost, partly. 4. Emphatic operators. The speaker is conveying enthusiasm, a personal conviction about the truth of what is predicated. Expression of objection. An objection is a statement expressing opposition, or a reason or cause for expressing opposition. This disagreement can be realized by the use of some verbs which have an illocutionary force of the objection. We can have objection by means of discourse markers. A discourse marker is a word or a phrase that plays a role in managing the flow and structure of discourse. These discourse markers serve to modulate what is coming afterward so that it is understood as negative. Well, I don't think it's right. Actually, I don't think it's true. As a matter of fact, it's not a good car. All these elements are, of course, accompanied by a negative for of the verbs which are being objected to. In fact, these elements function as attitudinal elements to soften the negative meaning of the sentence. Objection by means of echo questions. We can show surprise or disagreement to what is saying by means of echo questions. These interrogative forms which demand a repetition of what has either been not understood or not according to the hearer's expectation. I am going to buy a new car. A new what? I am leaving school. You are leaving what? These questions are very common in a casual conversation and serve as an introduction for other elements against the speaker's proposal.